Hello and welcome to another edition of Wrestling Therapy. Of course, I am your host, Suji, and the chair has been filled. We are back with Speaking with Shaw. What is going on?
Nothing much. I know y'all miss me. I know. I say this every time because I know y'all be missing me. Nothing. It's December 1st. We're in Christmas season. I have my Oogie Boogie holiday shirt on. So I'm super excited for it to be Christmas. And we can talk about Survivor Series. I can't wait to talk about that.
You know,
War
you know what
games.
else is you know what else is a good thing?
What?
You know what else is also
Oh God,
special?
please.
It's
Please.
when
Please.
when you wake up
Please.
on a Monday and things are
No.
just great, and you're just like, man,
No.
I feel good. Right? And you try to ponder like, what is making my day feel so great? Then you think about it. Not the Eagles right now because they're pissing me the fuck off. But
Oh, we don't even need to talk about the Eagles because they need to fire Kevin Patullo. What is going on? But
that's a different conversation. And then that made me sad, right? But then I was like, wait a minute, the greatest intercontinental champion
this man.
ever, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, valiantly fought through injury to become two-time, twice, double champion.
Let me
Isn't it
tell you
great?
this. I don't think it made sense for him to drop it back to Dom. They thinking his John Cena's last opponent was gonna be Gunther. That's what the rumor mill was saying. Why wouldn't it have made more sense for him to drop the title back to Gunther?
No, the only reason why I say that because I don't think they want Gunther to have the Intercontinental title
What do you think
because
they want
whoever
him to have? Nothing.
I think they're probably going to build Gunther towards the world title or one of the world championships
Okay, I guess Dirty Funky Dom can have a little intercontinental title then.
and the AAA Mega Championship. Don't forget he has two belts, two of
I
them
know
things.
what's going on with the what's your thought with having multiple belts at a time? I think we talked about this briefly, but like
I think if it fits, I'm all down for it. It means that much more once you beat him for it. It's like, oh,
I
you
just
just
be
beat.
like, it's all these people. Why we gotta have one person have two belts? Why we gotta have one person have 10 belts? Mercedes Monet. If it's all these people on a roster, like I feel like you just being greedy.
I mean, it's sometimes. I mean, Roman Reigns carried two belts. He carried Raw and SmackDown. So,
And I thought
I
that was
mean,
stupid too, because it was talent on Raw and SmackDown. Just pick one.
they did. They picked the Tribal Chief to
Oh
carry
God.
both.
No.
Speaking of, well, we can't even forget to Liv Morgan made her return here to Survivor Series. She is back. She has been missed. At least I missed her. What are your
Yes,
thoughts on Liv Morgan?
I can't wait to see how she gels back into the Judgment Day, or is she gonna like turn against them? So I can't wait to see what that storyline like goes out to be like. Cause remember, she was the it girl of the Judgment Day, and then she got injured, and then Roxanne came in, and then now it's like, is it too much for like three girls? You know, like who gonna get pushed out?
I think now with Liv back, with Dom having the Intercontinental Championship back, they could kind of restart what they were trying to do, which is probably going to be Finn versus Dom for the Intercontinental title at some point. Now they could actually continue that because Liv is back. Because I believe Liv was a vital part to that story, but when she got injured, it was like, fuck it, let's put this on hold.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how it plays out. That's the only thing. Like, I feel like it was already a little crowded, and now it's gonna be more crowded. And I'm excited to see her. I mean, you know, she's really good at being like a heel, but people like her, so it's like a weird dynamic. You know, it's like Dom is a heel, right? But people like him, so it's like he's not a face because he's not a face, but he's a heel, but people like him. It's weird, you know, like that whole mixed emotions type of thing. I hate to love him, or I love to hate him, like you know that whole thing.
I feel like it's going to end up coming down to them being kicked out of Judgment Day. I feel like this at some point it might not be for until after the Rumble or something like that. I don't know, but I have a feeling that it's going to build up to where they kick them both out and essentially turns them face.
Which isn't going to
Long
be
shot.
hard.
I don't think it'd be that difficult. Everybody really loves Dom anyway, and I mean it's Liv Morgan, so they'll cheer for Liv Morgan.
Exactly. That's why I was like, turning them face isn't going to be hard.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Then we got the match that I was not very much invested in. Stephanie Vaquer defending her Women's World Championship against Nikki Bella. Stephanie
I'm not
retains.
a I'm not a Bella person.
She did make me
Nikki or
laugh.
Brie.
She did make me laugh at one point. I think Stephanie threw her out the ring, and Nikki was like, "Oh gosh!" Like out loud. It was hilarious. I was like, "That's funny," but nothing crazy here. Thankfully, Stephanie wins. Who do you see her facing next?
I'm not sure. I feel like they're not really building that many women's storylines. And I feel like the ones that they are building are already entangled in the other stuff. What do you think?
Do you think they'll just run it back with Nikki then?
I hope not. I'm not a Nikki Bella fan. I don't care about her fighting. I'm not a fan. I mean, I feel like once we get rid of the whole storyline, I think it would be nice to see her and Rhea fight each other. But I don't know how they would get there because right now Rhea is like engulfed in the other storyline. So I don't know how they would get there. But I think that would be a nice match.
Only person I could see her facing again is probably Raquel.
Oh,
Because
no.
I believe something I can't remember, but I believe there was some type of shenanigans that kind of cost Raquel. So I could see them running Raquel back again. I know how much you love her.
I know. I was just about to say that people was eating me up on TikTok when I was talking about Raquel. So I made a video about Raquel. I really made a video about Rhea Ripley, and I had used Raquel as a example, like how they're not booking her properly. And I said she doesn't have any. First, I said she doesn't have any, like charisma. And oh my gosh, some people was in my comments yanking me. I said, "Whoa, wait a minute, y'all missing the whole thing. I'm talking about Rhea being one of the most over people, and people was yelling at me about Raquel. I said, hold up. Dang, we got some Raquel lovers over here. And I wasn't even
Raquel,
hating. I wasn't hating at all. I just said they not like she wrestles every freaking Monday. Sometimes they mixing up brands up. I don't really like that. But she wrestles every Monday, and it's not like it gives me any uff. And I don't know if it gives you uff either. So it's just, it's giving Alicia Fox, jobber. I don't really like that.
um, I really liked Raquel in NXT.
In NXT, and everybody
I really,
starts off like that.
I really liked Raquel, and I felt like I know she had some health issues, so that kind of like derailed a lot of her momentum because she was off TV for a little while. I don't think Raquel is as bad as some people try to make her out to be, and it's the same thing I will say about Jade. People will sit there and shit on Jade, but I'm like, Jade is not as bad as you guys are trying to say that she is. Is Raquel the greatest? No, but I don't mind watching her matches.
I don't think the matches are the problem. I think it's just the character development. You know what I mean? I think it's just the mic skills, like the charisma. Like sometimes people can have more character development and be piss poor in matches. We've watched that before, you know, and people still like them even though they're not that good at matches. Like they just like the character. So I think that if they can get her better character development alongside of her matches, because she has good matches, I'm not taking that from her. It's just who's helping her with her character. What is her character? She just like got an attitude all the time. Walk around with sunglasses with her arms crossed. You know who it's reminding me of? Kevin Nash. You remember he used to walk
Diesel.
around all the time with an attitude.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what a lot of people compare her to. They said she's like the female Kevin Nash.
Yes, that's what it reminds me of. It's Kevin Nash.
You make a point when you talk about her personality, Raquel's personality, because I remember when Carlito was around and he was doing the thing where Carlito had a crush on her. She showed some type of personality when they were together. It looked like they was building something there, and then Carlito's gone, and now she's just back to like stationary. I think is the word I want to go with for her. I think she has a bright future, though.
Yeah, I feel like if this was no, I was about to say if this was Vince McMahon's WWE, would she be like pushed more? But I think it was up and down with the pushes for the stronger women for Vince McMahon WWE, because he like brown penny mitches and like divas and pretty girls. But I do think like there was some that slipped through, like like the Beth Phoenix and Natalia when she was at her high, and like the more stronger women. I just don't know. Which I don't know because we have a mix of those too. Because Rhea's like strong. Bianca Belair, whenever she come back, she's strong, but she's pretty. I don't know. It's just a whole. It's very weird with WWE and their like women's division. It's always up and down. You never know.
And I'm glad you brought that up because last week there was on SmackDown there was no women's matches. Not this previous SmackDown, the SmackDown before. There was no women's matches, and if I'm not mistaken, the Raw also did not have any women's matches, and I find that very odd for the time that we're in. We have so much TV, and you're telling me you couldn't have a women's match on the show or two. NXT will have three or four a night in 2 hours. Do
That
you
means they're
find
just
that to be
not
a
pouring.
problem?
Yeah, I think they're just not pouring into the women's division. That's why even when you ask me about who's going to face Stephanie McCare next, I'm like, I don't even know because who are they building to go against her? Who are they? You know what I mean? I thought about Bailey, but Bailey is a little all over the place, and I feel like she's gonna turn on Lyra Valkyria again, like because I feel like she's all over the place. But I do think that I don't understand why WWE is not pouring into their women's division, and they have women fans that's watching this, talking about this, seeing the storylines, understanding what's going on, and it's just like you just skip it. And I'm tired. Okay, I know everybody not really with it, but I'm tired of the different people jumping around on different shows. I don't like that. I like when I'm watching it on Monday, I know who's gonna be there Monday. I like when I'm watching it on Friday, who gonna be there on Friday, who gonna be there on Wednesday. Tuesday. Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. I don't like the whole everybody jumping around to different shows. I don't like that.
Let me ask you a question. As a woman who watches wrestling, do you feel you are represented when you're watching Raw, NXT, SmackDown as a fan?
Um, Only way I feel like I'm represent NXT gives you the most variety when it comes to women's wrestling, right? Because everybody starts in not everybody, but most people start in NXT and then move their way up, right? Like literally the Four Horsewomen was in NXT, and then and then poor Lash Legend, they ain't have no crowd response for her. I didn't hear it was like up, down, nothing. But I do feel like I think that we have made strides, but I don't think that sometimes I don't think they know what they're doing. So I think that we have representation, then we lose it. So I think it's like in and out, in and out. Um, I think when Bianca Belair was like, on top of her game, kind of like creating her streak and stuff like that, like I was just like, yes, girl, like that's what I'm talking about, because she was fighting everybody. But like now it's just like, what are we doing? Sometimes it's just like I feel like they just scrambling around, and they don't really know what they're doing.
That's a very fair point because I could ask myself the question: do I feel represented at watching Raw, NXT, AEW? And it's a yes or no thing. There
Yes.
times where I feel like there's representation? Absolutely. There's some people that would say, "Oh, WWE is racist. They never push black people." That's incorrect. Completely incorrect. We've seen it numerous times.
Now, are they always successful? The answer to that is no. But that's up and down with other wrestlers too.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
even with AEW now, like Swerve Strickland, I swerve, and yo, and they be having a party going. Like, so it's just like different things like that. Like when it was NXT with I think Javon, he was facing who was he facing?
Oba,
Huh?
Oba Femi or Trick?
Trick. Whoop that trick. Even Oprah Family. Like I feel like those are representations. But it's just like it's hard to push that sometimes on the main roster. We've watched Kofi Mania. That was a whole thing and then it flopped. We watched Big E. We watched they given chances and then sometimes it just flops. Like, but you can't just say that about all black wrestlers. Like some wrestlers, like white wrestlers too, or sometimes that Samoans, they always be Samoan. So I don't even count them. But like I feel like sometimes you do good, sometimes you don't.
True, true. We also had the women's War Games match, which team baby faces of AJ Lee, Rotten Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, and AJ Lee
Why he call her
defeated.
Ryan Rhea Ripley? Her name is Mommy.
I'm just going off what Becky Lynch said. I'm just,
Ah.
and they faced Becky Lynch, Lash Legend, Nia Jax, Asuka, and Kyrie, and AJ tapped out Becky allegedly. Allegedly. You mentioned Lash Legend not getting like a big response. I didn't expect her to
But people
because
don't know who she is.
the problem is not everybody watches NXT that watches the main roster. WWE has this illusion that, well, if you watch Raw and SmackDown, you watch NXT. That's not the case.
It's not
So,
because you can't even watch NXT in real time. I don't know how to. Like, I have the CW app, but you can watch it the next day. So no, you can't.
so it's like, how do you expect people to give somebody a pop with somebody that they don't know? You may have 1,000 people that might know who she is. I thought she was her performance was standout to me. They made her look good. They made her look strong. They took her out with Asuka's miss. Asuka accidentally missed it. Lash Legend, so that pretty much eliminated her. But she got some good offense and she looked good.
She looked good during the Royal Rumble too. I
Hmm.
thought that's when they were gonna push her a little bit more because that's when they kind of start to push. But then her push got bigger towards the end of the year versus Royal Rumbles in the beginning. I mean, she was good in NXT, but I thought that her Royal Rumble debut was going to be able to push her on the main roster. You understand what I mean? Like when they move up all of the girls from NXT on in the Royal Rumble, that's where like people's first kind of, if you don't watch NXT, first like introduction to them is the Royal Rumble. So I'm thinking, okay, you can build on this momentum because she was knocking people out, like getting them out of there in the Royal Rumble. But then they waited so long in between. I think if they would have just pushed her or like slowly pushed her like with the main roster stuff and then like right after Royal Rumble, I think that her pop probably would have been bigger.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it was Stephanie and Lash were the last two in that women's battle royal. I believe. I think it was. I think it was like a women's battle royal. They had an Evolution, and
Mm-hmm.
I believe Stephanie and Lash were the last two. I think now she's officially called up and putting her with Naya and getting her some TV matches. I think she's gonna start being respected more on the main roster. I can't wait. But
Yeah.
I mentioned allegedly because Becky Lynch said she did not tap out. She
Do
was
we have
calling for
roll the clip?
huh?
Roll the clip.
Um she was trying to get her teammates over, so she was waving her hand and it accidentally looked like it was she was tapping, so she technically didn't tap. So of course, Rotten Jessica Carr was the referee. So
You don't like Jessica Carr?
I mean, she had screwed Becky Lynch numerous times. I mean,
Oh God. It's
I'm just
everybody's fault except for the person who lost.
I just call it like I said. That's hey, what do I know?
Mm. Mm.
And then
It's
we had the
everybody's
men
fault.
war games. We had
Okay.
the Vision versus the Vision, which is Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, Prom Breaker.
Oh, so is he finally a part of the Vision officially?
I think so, unless he gets
Or is
kicked
he
out.
only going to be on here for Survivor Series and then he's going to take a sabbatical for the next 3 months and then come back whenever you feel like it?
He'll probably come back around the Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah. Not a fan. Not a fan. And if I had to pick, I like Braun Breaker the best out of the Vision. Um, just because he's completely different as like a regular person in his character. Like he be crazy, and I like it. But
he
I'm
got
not a fan of the Vision. Boo.
he got dropped on his head pretty badly. At one point in that match, it didn't look like he was going to be able to finish, but he finished.
Been Yeah.
And Brock Lesnar versus QB1, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, the Usos, and Roman Reigns, and Braun Breaker with the help of a mystery man who stomps CM Punk, a la Seth Rollins, to pick up the victory. Who do you think?
Do you think it was Seth? Do you think it was Seth Rollins?
Nah, the person looked a little bit like they looked bigger than Seth Rollins would be. And
I don't
their
think it
frame
was Seth
didn't
Rollins either.
look like it was Seth Rollins. It looked like it was a little bit bigger than Seth. I'm thinking it's Austin Theory.
Ugh. They want to put all the losers together. I'm not going about the losers. I'm not going to.
Oh boy, she
All
said
right,
it,
yo.
not me. She said it.
You thought it though. You thought it. Damn.
I like Austin Theory.
You do.
I do like Austin Theory. I just wish they would do more with him. He's
Why you
got
like him?
charisma. He's got charisma. He's got talent. He's
No way.
not the greatest on the mic, but I
But
I'm
that
not
could
like,
be
oh, it's an
taught.
Austin Theory match. Yeah, and he's young. I don't think
When
he's
they
even
was
20.
pushing him,
Hmm.
when they was pushing him for the United States champion when he had that, it was just so boring.
Because he wasn't supposed to. He shouldn't have even won it. That was the problem. That was the first problem. He shouldn't have won it.
Yeah, it was boring. So I'm not a fan. Maybe it was Austin Theory. I don't know who it is. First of all, pause on this. I be having so many different thoughts. They done changed Grande Americano like 3 times. I don't know who this man is that's under this mask anymore. Yeah, well, I thought it was Ludwig Kaiser, with Shorty G, Chad and Gable at one point. But now I don't know who this man is. And he be speaking Spanish. I said, who is this man? But
Okay, first of all this is alleged. Okay, allegedly Chad
uh,
Gable, allegedly Louis Kaiser. Have you seen proof? I haven't.
I mean, I have seen pictures and of comparing the builds. So yes, we've seen that.
It's the internet. Come on now, it's the internet.
Oh God. Okay, so back to the original thing. What was the original thing we was talking
You
about?
were talking
The
about
guy.
Austin
The guy.
Theory. Hmm.
Oh yeah. I don't know who it could be. I don't have a thought. My brain is like mush because I don't know like who. I'm trying to think of like who was like kind of talking to them already, or maybe they'll just pull this out the head, like a rabbit out the head. Who knows? So, if it was Austin Theory, I could do without it. But I mean, I want to see. They really want to push this faction thing heavy. Remember, they stopped factions for a little bit. Like everybody was just on their own. But like the real good factions, the like Judgment Day started off really good, you know. Like we could talk about all the good factions, but I feel like now they're really trying to build this vision, and I'm just like maybe because it's Paul Heyman, people feel like they love Paul Heyman, so I don't know like how big they want to get because every faction, every true faction, it gets real big, and then they turn on the leader, i.e., what they did to Seth Rollins. So now it's like who's the new leader? Just the same thing with the MFTs, the whole thing. Somebody's gonna turn on Solo too. We're gonna have to wait and see which one it's gonna be, but that's not gonna happen for no time soon.
True. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit. But now it looks like we are kind of setting things up for WrestleMania season. I want to ask you your if you was to predict right now the men's and women's Royal Rumble winners, who would you predict to win?
I would predict Braun Breaker winning the men's.
Okay.
I think he'll have the belt by next year, for sure. Um, and I would for the women, I would predict Bianca Belair coming back and winning.
Okay. It's an interesting one. I think right now I'm going to go Gunther Dang Jenner because he doesn't have a Rumble win under his belt yet. So let's go ahead and get that out the way. And Liv Morgan, she's always like second place in the Rumble. I think it's about time she actually wins it. I don't think Bianca needs the Rumble to get a title opportunity.
She doesn't, but I think it'll just bring a big pop because she has been
It
gone for
would.
like almost a year. Like next year, WrestleMania will make a whole nother like a year that she's been gone. So I'm like, dang, she ain't never been going that long. She could have had a baby. She could, but I see her finger and it's broke. Like if that joint is you, like it's
It's
her
not
ring
just her
finger.
finger. It's not just her finger. It's her knuckle too.
Yeah, so she can't even get her ring on and off. And she said that it won't flex, like it won't bend. So if she goes and fights and it's like straight and it doesn't bend, if she hits it again, it'll break again. So I understand why she's out because it's like, dang, it's just a finger injury. It's like, well, no, because you use your hands for everything. So you don't know
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
important it
But
is until you can't use it.
yeah, especially if you're trying to wrestle, you're trying to lift somebody up, and you got a finger that just does this. Yeah, that's probably going to be a problem.
And then it'll
Safety
re-break and we'll be back where we started all over again
and in the longer situation.
in a longer situation.
Would you like to play a couple games before we go?
Yes, let's play.
Oh, but before we do that, Raw preview tonight. I believe we have the New Day getting an opportunity finally against AJ Lee or Tracker Lee and AJ Styles for the Raw Tag Team Championships. We have the next matchup in the John Cena Final Time Is Now tournament. We have Gunther versus Solo Sikoa.
Gunther's gonna win.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm not. I think that's all they have announced. I'm sure we'll have Becky Lynch on there, the greatest Intercontinental Champion ever, Dirty Don will be there, and many more. Anyway, blind rankings. I am going to give you 5 people and your answer 1 through 5, rank them 1 through 5
Without knowing who's next.
without knowing who's next.
Okay. Okay.
Ready?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Finn Balor.
Which Finn? This Finn or the old Finn?
This is Finn.
This Finn 4.
4. Okay. Lyra Valkyria.
Dang, I wish I would have gave her 4. Nah, I want to switch mine. I
Nope.
want to give her
Hey,
4.
can't switch.
All right.
Locked in.
I'll give her 3.
3. Okay, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Let's go with Bronson Reed.
I'll give him 2.
Okay, Bronson Reed at a 2. Okay, so you got a 1 and a 5 left. All right.
I know.
All right. Now let's see. How do I want to do this here? Ilya Dragunov.
I give him 5.
That was a pretty quick 5. Okay, interesting. Well,
Yeah.
and I guess this is the only one left, and only see who can we put? Well, I guess your only choice would have been Dirty Dom because that's who I had on the list,
No.
and you had
And
Dirty.
I knew you was gonna do
I
that. I
had
knew you was
him.
gonna do that.
That
I
was
should
he
have
was
put down 5.
that was on the list. I'm glad we were finally
You know
agreeing
what though?
on
You
this.
know what? I'm okay with having Diamonds one on that list. I am. Because if you look at all of the options, he would be the
Mhm.
best number 1 in that entire list. He would.
Well, that's true. It's true.
Now, if you
All
gonna
right.
place him up to like a Randy Orton, like what is it, AJ Styles, like a John Cena, like a Rey Mysterio, like you put him up to them people, that's different.
That's fair. I'll give you that. All right.
I'm cool with number 1 for him. I'm cool.
I will give you 5 champions between Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. And you're to tell me who would you like to see be the next champion?
Okay.
All right. We'll go with the NXT champion, Ricky Saints.
Who do I want? Who do I want
If-
him? Do I want him to be what?
who would you want him to lose the title to on NXT
Oh,
if you had the
see,
choice?
I don't watch NXT that much, so I can't even give you a name. Trick Williams, whoop that Trick. You know, I'm just
That's a
gonna
great
always
choice.
say Trick.
Trick's a good
Trick.
choice. I think he might be getting called up pretty soon. I believe.
I hope they just don't job him or mid card him because he is like on fire right now in NXT. Everybody knows whoop that Trick. Like everybody.
Yeah. All right. Number 4, Dragunov, the current United States champion.
I know they be doing the open challenges. I want Carmelo to win.
Him. I like that. Good choice. All right. Third choice. The current SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Wyatt Six.
I always want the Street Profits to win. I'm rooting for everybody black in my Issa Rae Royce.
Nothing wrong with that.
But it's not. I just feel like the Wyatt Six be all over the place. Like, I don't know. Street Profits.
That's okay. Second one, we'll go with the Women's Intercontinental Champion, currently stolen by Maxine Dupree.
I like that Maxine Dupree has the title though. Honestly.
Yeah.
I
Something
like it.
different.
I like she has it. It's different. I like that she has it though. Um I let me throw a curveball. I would want to see Raquel Rodriguez win the Intercontinental title. Maybe this can give her a different push.
Oh, okay. Trying to make up back for the Raquel slander you were throwing out earlier.
I wasn't doing
Okay.
no Raquel slander. I was telling the truth, and everybody was agreeing with me. Ain't no slander. I'm trying to give her something to work with.
Fair enough. I can see Raquel. We'll talk about that real quick. Maxine being Intercontinental Champion, I feel like with Becky, there was only a certain amount of people that would have been able to take it off of her. Now with Maxine, I feel like that opens up
Anybody
Roxanne.
can take it off of her.
Right.
Yeah,
It opens up
anybody.
Roxanne. Maybe we could see more Ivy Nile finally. Maybe Bailey,
Yeah.
your girl Lyra.
Yeah. That's not my girl. And you know that.
And the last one we're going to do is we'll do the current Raw Tag Team Champions currently held by AJ Styles and Dragon Lee.
They don't have that many options though.
I mean, you got Judgment Day, New Day, Creed Brothers, LWO. I believe one of the Viking Raiders is injured, or War Raiders is injured. So
I would say let's just move a tag team, Motor City Machine Guns. Let's just move them and give them the titles.
that'd be good. I like that. Okay.
You ain't know I was gonna pick out of them. You ain't know I was gonna pull all out my arsenal. You ain't even know.
I was good. I was surprised by that. That's a good choice. I
Uh-huh.
thought he was gonna say the New Day.
I thought about them, but honestly, truly, I always look at like would these people be Hall of Famers from their career right now? And the New Day will definitely be inducted in as a tag team Hall of Famers for sure. No in between. Similarly to the Usos, they
Let me
will be
ask you this:
inducted in.
do you think Kofi gets in by himself?
No.
Okay.
I think if he does, it will take a while. But I think the only way he would get in, they all three would get in as a tag team. All three of them: Big E, Kofi, and Xavier.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So
You think
I feel
Kofi
like
would get in by himself?
I think so.
No, you don't. You took a long
I
time to
do.
think.
I had to think about it. Because I'm not just going to answer it without thinking about the question. Has he had it? He's won the United States. He's been an Intercontinental Champion. He's been a WWE Champion. He's knocked off a lot of the singles accolades that will require a person to get in. He has longevity with the company. He's been with the company for a long time. I say he does deserve to get in by himself.
Would he get in by himself before he get in with the New Day?
No, he'll get in with the New Day first.
Okay, great. Because we on the same page there. Because no way he's going to get in by himself before he get in with the like Roman Reigns would get in by himself before the Shield would get in.
Hell, Roman may get in a few times.
That's what I'm saying.
I
So
mean,
I'm saying like
they may do the
he
bloodline.
would.
The
He
the
could
blood.
get in by himself before he would get in with the Shield. But the
I
Shield
agree.
needs to go into the Hall of Fame. I feel like that was the 20 whatever 2010s. That part of our lives with the Shield, they was holding down the whole thing. And the Wyatts too, is the Wyatts as well. Not the Wyatt Six. The Wyatt family should get in. But I think Bray would get in first.
Yeah, I'm okay with that, but yeah, I definitely think Bray should go in first. I did hear that he's not likely to be inducted next year. I think it's going to be a few years before they do induct him.
I agree. I don't
Steph,
think they're gonna do it.
I think Stephanie is the first one that's been inducted, which she does deserve it. Stephanie McMahon has been there. Got called a whore and all this other stuff, slut. I mean, she
Her daddy was crazy. crazy. Talking to her crazy.
Man, I'll never forget the first time she got stunnered. It was Triple H and Austin. They was doing the zero tolerance, and they couldn't put their hands on each other. So like the previous week, Stephanie smacks Austin, and I believe Stephanie and Triple and not Triple H, but Trish were in a feud. So Stephanie's running her mouth, showing the clip like, "I smacked Austin, I'll smack you." Fucking Austin comes out. He's like, "I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for showing me that tape." And he was like, "Since I can't touch your mealy mouth husband, I got a present from me to you." Boom, just drops her with a fucking stunner. It was great. Fucking Triple H is running down there, boots half tied. He's running. Austin's fucking drinking beer, and he just fucking rolls after ring. And
This is a
Stephanie's just
normal
like,
Tuesday.
and Stephanie's just like, wrestling back in the day was so different.
So good. Yeah, it was different. It
But
was.
is there anything else that you would like to talk about before we wrap up?
No, I can't wait. We're slowly approaching my favorite season in wrestling, which is Royal Rumble. So after we hit the new year over and we get into 2026, that's my favorite time of the year is Royal Rumble season. I cannot wait. Then Royal Rumble is like one of my favorite pay-per-views as well, or premium live events, whatever y'all want to say. Oh, and I got ESPN Plus. I got some iPasswords, so finally we can watch it. It's paid
Boycott
up
is
for I think a
over.
year. Boycott over. I'm still ain't paying for it, but they said they pay. I don't know if it's to the end of the year or for the entire year. I don't know, but if something else comes on ESPN Plus before December 31st, I'm watching. But if not, after that, I'm not watching it no more because I'm not paying for it.
I don't blame you. Well, thank you for joining. That was fun as always. Thank you
Yes.
for
Oh,
admitting
and
that.
thank you for what? Don't say
Go
nothing
ahead.
about Dirty Dom because I knew you was about to say something about Dirty Dom.
Go ahead.
I know you so well. No Dirty Dom.
I wasn't going to say anything about Dirty Dom.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were. You always gonna end it saying stuff about Dirty Dom.
You were going to say.
Anyway, I
Go
am
ahead. Say what you're going to say.
speaking with Sha is doing Vlogmas. I have posted my first vlog today. I am definitely gonna do some lifestyle content because I don't really do that, but we're gonna try it out. And definitely we're gonna do Christmas content and also talk about wrestling because people love wrestling and they love to tussle with me in the comments. So I'm all for it. And yeah, you can follow me on. I'm gonna be posting every single day for the next 25 days on Instagram at Speaking with Sha and on TikTok, which is my main platform that I post on every single day at Speaking with Sha on TikTok.
Yes. And this was an episode of Wrestling Therapy. I, of course, am Lucille Jen. I will see you tomorrow with our next guest as we talk more WWE. Stay safe and stay blessed.